Hey guys, welcome to Lina'S Tarot. This video is for Cancer regarding their love for the month of August 2016. I just wanted to start off by saying that I no longer have the option for you to comment below, but you guys can contact me at Lina'S.tarot@gmail.com, or you guys can add me on Facebook. My Facebook name would be Lina Love, and I will add the link in the box below, okay? And all the information you would need to get a reading with me. So if you guys have any questions and you want to speak to me, you can add me on my Facebook, or you can email me at Lina'S.tarot@gmail.com. I wanted to start off by saying that I am going to be having a monthly sale, so all readings via video will be $21. Payment will be through PayPal as usual. Normally I upload a video describing how you can get a reading with me, and I will do that once all the readings are up for the month, okay? So I will be uploading that video so you guys can get a little bit more information from me. So I just wanted to start off by saying that this reading is positive in a sense that growing needs to be done. So I'm going to start off by saying that I feel like for this month of August, it's going to be a very emotional month. It could be possibly because feelings are dragging on from prior months. So possibly a lot of you guys might be in your feelings this month. In regards to some type of separation of some kind. I feel like a lot of you guys might be mourning, or a separation from somebody, and that separation could have happened because of a third party interference. One of the reasons that person could have got up and walked away was because they had somebody else, and that's one of the reasons why you are separated. I know you were disappointed and you're sad and you're lonely and stuff like that, but it's like, if you want to move forward, you have to be positive, because you're not exactly in a state of mind to find someone else. I feel like a lot of you guys who are coming out of that separation with a specific person, I feel like maybe there might be other suitors out there for you, but you don't see them because you're too busy focused on what happened. Your sadness, your disappointment. Although you were disappointed, doesn't mean that everybody else is going to be the same way. It doesn't mean that if you meet someone else that that's what the outcome is going to be. It's just that this one person did not value you as a person, and although there was that type of separation, I feel like that person will want to re-enter your life. I don't feel like that person that they walked away from you for is exactly what they thought that they were going to get. I feel like that heaviness, that heavy heart that you have, you feel like you might be carrying all the burdens, all the problems, all the struggle. You're carrying them. You know what I mean? You're the one that, you have like the weight of the world on your shoulder when it comes to this relationship, and your heart and how you feel and the disappointment that you've witnessed or you've had. I feel like you're very blocked off, and if you want to move forward and you want to bring that happiness into yourself, you can't be moping around. You have to really try to get yourself out of that funk. I feel like another thing too, it's like, as far as like your emotion goes, you're very, it's hard for you to let someone in. So when you do let somebody in, it really, really hits the soul. Like, you really, really, really feel it. You have a connection towards somebody. So it's hard for you to just open up to somebody and let them in and let them know who you really are and how you really are as a person. I feel like you have disappointment, sadness, you're grieving, you have regrets about the past. Maybe the actions that you took wasn't the best ones. Maybe you might feel like you could have did this different, that different. But in reality is, if someone is going to walk away from you, they will walk away for you regardless. I know sometimes when you're going through a situation and you feel like, hey, if I would have did this different, if I would have did this, maybe she wouldn't have lied to me. Maybe he wouldn't have lied to me. Maybe he wouldn't have walked away. But think about this. What if you did all of it right? All of it right. And they still walked away. There's people that do everything perfect and they still walk away from them. I feel like that person is going to return. As quick as they come, that's how quick they're going to go. It's fast movement with them. Possibly that person that might want to, resurface might be the type of person that you are always on and off with. maybe their emotions are in balance. Like today they're blue, tomorrow they're green, and it was, it was always like that, even when you were in a relationship. Possibly they could have felt a certain way one day, and another day they didn't know what they wanted, and it was just back and forth, and your heart was always being pulled this way and that way in different directions, and without any consideration, because I feel like they didn't really care. They didn't really care about how you felt or what your emotions are. And I feel like even when that person decided to walk away from you, I feel like you maybe could have begged and said, don't do this. I really, fine. You're okay with it. Like you said, okay, you don't want to be with me. It's okay. So you just drown in your sorrow. And you still wanted to be friends with them, or you still care about them, or, you let them talk to you when they want to talk to you, which is not okay because you're giving them the okay to do whatever it is that they want to do. So what I'm doing now is pulling some cards from this deck just to clarify the energies in the reading. So like I was saying, that separation of some kind, it could have happened over the, out of the blue. Wasn't something that was planned. This person just decided to walk away, and you have no other choice. You didn't have any other choice but to get up and move on. So although this person might return and want to speak to you and, rekindle things with you, I feel like from them, you will never be fully satisfied. So it's going to get to a point where you're going to have to get up and walk away, maybe move to a new state, maybe move to a new house, location. But you are eventually going to have to get up and just walk away because it's not what you think it is. They will not satisfy you. They have a lot of options. I feel like maybe they might talk to a lot of people, or their energies are scattered. This is something for me, I feel like that's telling you to figure out what you really want, because there could be better suitors out there for you, but you will never see them if you don't get over this person and let it rest. Yeah, so I feel like you're going to have to work hard. See, the Five of Cups is drowning in your sorrows. Like, you're disappointed about the love that happened in the past. Regrets, emotional regrets. Maybe you might want to go back and say, hey, let me do this over. Let me do that. You feel like you carry all the burdens. Everything was all your fault. You're fighting the transition from this breakup. And the reality of it is, there's an ending of something. It could be a separation of some kind. It's fine. You need time to separate yourself from the situation to figure out what it is that you really want, because I still feel like even on your end you did all the work. You were the one that was there 100%, and that person was never fully there. They were there in a sense, but never there. Could have been in a physical sense, because I don't feel like they were there for you like you were there for them. Now, for some of you guys, for the month of August, a lot of you guys might be getting a new job offer, a new job opportunity. A lot of you guys might be getting a large amount of money as a gift of some kind. It's all about emotion for this month. I feel like the bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. So there's a separation of some kind. Somebody's dealing with some type of sadness, some type of separation. It really hit the soul. I feel like the energies are scattered, there's family and everything there. You're not alone. But don't be so stingy with your time. Don't be so stingy with your heart, because sometimes we give our hearts to the wrong person. And there's somebody else out there that is willing to do the work and put in the work, and you're going to lose them because you're too busy crying over something else. You will be successful in everything you find. So if you guys are looking for a new job for this month, you will be successful, okay? All those turbulence and, power struggles that you might be having, you will be successful in the long run. So just keep that in mind. Don't be too generous. Don't be too generous with your heart. with your material gains. I feel like sometimes you could be super, super nice that it kind of it backfires on you. You might even feel like it backfires on you. It's more of who you choose to be nice to. In other words, not everybody is the same. Like I said, it's kind of like the same story in this, even though I'm with another deck, you know. The Five of Pentacles, this signifies somebody being thrown out in the cold overnight. It could have been because they're not financially stable, they're not financially ready, and the person that you're involved with, they want more from you, and you can't provide that. Maybe you might be not financially stable because of certain things that are going on in life, or it could be brought upon oneself as far as financial. But there was financial issues within the relationship. It could have been, well, somebody didn't have an apartment, this one didn't have an apartment, this one didn't have a car. It was a lot of power struggles, a lot of things that interfered in that relationship. Yeah, so try not to isolate yourself. If you're thinking about going back to school or something, that would be advisable to do. Work on yourself. Although this is, a lot of emotion for the month of August, and it's a lot of feelings and a bit of getting up, walking away. A lot of people who are single might have a lot of options and not sure what the next step should take. There might be some traveling. People might be moving back and forth, maybe moving out, moving to a new location, a new house. But don't isolate yourself, because there's the birth of something new, okay? A new job offer's coming your way. Something new. Start from the ground up. Try to focus on yourself and improving yourself. Might feel restricted of some kind. I don't know, for whatever reason I always like to do that. I don't know why, guys. I just like to pick up a lot of the cards from the deck just to see a little bit from just an insight. So in other words, I would like to say is that remember that what goes around comes around, and sometimes people don't know what they have until it's gone. Okay, make assessments. You have to make assessments as far as your career and your money goes. I feel like the biggest message for you, maybe you might be going through separation or sadness or something, but you need to focus on your career and what the next step is going to be. What is your future? Plan for the future. Figure out the future first, because I feel like one of the reasons why maybe the relationships don't work is because there's a lot of things that have to do with financial. Financial is a very big thing for you, and I feel like before you can really be happy, you would have to figure out your financial situation first, go back to school, finish school, before you can really look for something that's really deep, really meaning. That person is going to want to come back and make a reappearance in your life. They're very immature, they're not looking at the situation clearly, although you may be, loving and caring and the perfect person, but they're not on the same page as you, and you're on a different page and they're on another page. And I feel like it's always back and forth with them either way. So even though they come back, they have not changed, and it will be the same cycle all over again. The only thing I can say is that if someone else is to resurface for them, it would be easier for them to leave you this time. It's not going to be hard for them to leave you. So choose your path wisely, choose your next step wisely, and really figure out what it is that you want. Because I feel like even though you get that person to return, you will end up walking away in the end anyways, because they're not going to satisfy you physically, mentally, and emotionally. So hopefully you guys like this reading. Thank you guys for watching, guys. Don't forget to add me on Facebook, LINA'S, and then you guys can email me at Lina'S.tarot@gmail.com. Don't forget to get a reading with me. All readings via video are $21, guys. So stay tuned, and I will be uploading September's videos in the next week, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.